I bring up the definition of female, right? And female is like denoting the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs, distinguished by like I read off like the biology. Who like you could say you could sit there and very well say I don't think that that's the correct definition.
You're referring to sex,
but that but what I'm really doing is being like, why do you accept that definition, but then like not another one? This is what I'm saying. It's all about like you're being a bit inconsistent here. Yeah, for things that you already agree with and that you don't know, you'll look them up. You'll do a bit of research on it. You'll see what the books have to say.
Discussing whether or not that definition is actually useful for like modern conversation.
It's different because definitions, but discussing whether it's useful or not is different to whether it is. If you say this is what it says a woman is, but I don't think that's a very useful concept, and I have another way of discussing, that's a different conversation. But saying I don't agree with the definition is like I can't help you.
The definition of woman has like changed throughout history, like.
But it is what it is right now.
No. Woman
your mom
refers to a social like social expectations.
Yeah, you're just fucking saying this. This isn't denoted anywhere. This isn't anywhere.
My evidence for this.
Read a book.
My evidence for this is the entirety of anthropology.
Oh my god, fucking hell, cunt! This is this is the most idiot thing.
I can't know shit about fucking anthropology and fucking buy this bullshit.
Hey, I'll give you guys two options. Do you want to actually have a discussion on this, or do you want to continue dunking on Nixie? Because I'm fine with either, to be honest. All right, sounds good, buddy.
I'm gonna push the outlet.
Tribalism. When I think of tribalism, I think of primitive people who like eat their own feces and jack off every day.
Sure. No, I think tribalism is just a phenomenon where human beings like to kind of form in groups, and then that's how we like to identify ourselves among the different groups and among a bunch of different people across time. And I think the word refers to things even like you can be tribal about a football team or something like that, and it doesn't have to necessarily root in like some greater thing. It's just our tendency to group up, become.
Dude, Speaking of football, though, I think football is a good outlet for tribalism. It's like if you have to be tribal, if you feel the need to be tribalistic, it might as well be about a game. Wow.
Okay, so you guys wanted me to tell you where my definitions are from, right?
Where your what?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. What's the topic real quick? I'm sorry, I just chimed in. What's the topic?
I'm not gonna let's go,
dude. The state or fact of being organized in a tribe or tribes.
Can you dumb it down for me, please?
I don't know why tribalism is considered a bad thing.
I don't know if it
I mean, it's considered a bad
yeah,
thing because, like, when you're trying to reach a consensus with people outside your tribe, you're deferring to your tribal norms and sort of not using your actual capacity for rationality.
Yeah.
And
I'm
also, when referring to people, once you club people together like that, and you prefer everybody in a tribe, that doesn't.
But I think that if you want to exercise tribe, so
and you, I can't
so
interrupt you.
exercising tribalism. Why is exercising tribalism a bad thing? So you want to reach a consensus on something, and let's say I just don't want to talk to you. Then how about we just not talk to each other, and I stay with my tribe, and you stay with yours?
Because
I mean, it just doesn't work for structuring a society, you know, because we live in a global society at the moment.
And also those things tend to lead to like apartheid and shit.
Right, and let's say your tribe is within the same country, right? Like you exist within a legal framework, you know, centered around the country, but you know, in your own mind, you're only operating within the framework of your own tribe. Like that doesn't help for building consensus within a country. It doesn't produce much positivity. The media becomes tribal. I don't see why you're arguing that this is a positive thing.
It's extremely
I'm saying that the I don't see it as a bad thing, and I think that people being able to enact tribalism is a good thing.
He's trying to say being one-sided. Being tribalism is being one-sided. Being one-sided is a bad thing. If you're trying to, you know, look for situations that's going to benefit everybody, not just one particular set of people.
What if your tribe wins and like you defeat all the other tribes?
Well, I'm not talking about like actual. I'm not talking about tribe like Ooga Booga, like caveman wars. I'm talking about it more in terms of like I have my group. What?
Like Hitler's tribalism?
No, I'm not talking about it like Hitler. No, I'm not talking about it like caveman Ooga Booga or Hitler.
Can you name an instance when tribalism has been positive?
Yeah, like I think tribalism in terms of like being isolationist has been positive.
What does that mean?
I think that
what do you mean
when America was more isolationist, we were a lot better off.
And you differentiate between tribalism and individualism.
You're saying basically, all right, so you're saying basically
you can be an individual within the tribe, but that doesn't make.
Yeah, but I think.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still think within tribalism you can have something like a confederacy with like the surrounding tribes to where you can organize to a certain extent as if it would benefit everyone else. But I mostly believe in kind of like sticking to your own tribalism.
Like, so have you not been
like now you've said tribes and your example was America, but you say tribalism as a whole is not bad, right?
So I'm talking about it seems like you're trying to race. I'm thinking you're trying to race bait me a little bit. No, so when I think of
that sound like race. Like,
that's the main one that everyone can disagree with. That's the main one. When people use tribalism, they use that.
Hold on. I guess my tribe would be mostly people I went to high school with, my family, my old neighbors, my cousins. Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm not speaking racially, so please don't try to race bait me.
No, that's just like most people have like members of their family or friends that are more dear to them than others. Am I wrong?
That's what I'm saying. And then within the community that you grew up with and the people that you've been around in your group, you tend to have like more similarities with those people.
So like people that look and act like you?
I'm talking about why are you race baiting, dude? This has nothing to do with race. I grew up with a black kid named Jeffrey. I consider him one of my friends. So it has nothing to do with race.
Oh yes, you have one
I
black
could-
friend. Yay!
It doesn't matter. And yeah, you know what? I actually do think that the black friends excuse is kind of valid because you know who doesn't have black friends? Racist.
That's
What
not,
I mean,
that's not true, man.
There's
But,
not
I mean, like,
true.
I mean, if someone has a black friend, it at least proves that they're
Michael?
not that racist.
Michael,
Look,
Michael,
Yeah, he's
I don't think
just-
anyone's
Michael-
trying to race bait you. I think it's just the fact that
he's
most
not
people who
fucking
go
black
around
friend.
saying that tribalism is good tends to be like, I don't know, racial ideologues. So I'm asking for a clarification. I'm not trying to bait you. I'm just asking.
I
Right,
got
so,
you. I
like,
got you real quick.
I grew up on an island. I'm not going to say where because I'll immediately dox myself. But it was like a literal island. And like, I like that community. It's got like its own thing, people I grew up with and stuff. So I kind of am in favor of like,
What look like you and have your culture?
what's that?
People that share culture.
I'm American, but I grew up on an island in America, not Hawaii.
Hawaii, Alaska.
like
I don't know.
It was like an island community, but yeah,
I mean,
Puerto Rico.
Rhode Island.
no.
I fucking love how everyone starts trying to guess. He's like, I'll dox myself. Now we're all trying to dox him.
Well, fuck it. I'm in Chicago. If anyone's trying it.
Yeah. So like so with me, my group, my tribe is like I said, my cousins, my family, the people I grew up with, my friends that I've had since I was younger and all that. And I feel like I should be able to isolate myself within that group and that we should be able to like ignore the rest of you. Yeah.
Like an America thing, though.
Well, I think that if
What?
like I think that if it becomes such an issue where like we're so isolated within our tribes that it's becoming incestuous, then yeah, I'd say at that point, okay, maybe it's time to bring in.
the Alabama tribe.
Have you been to West Virginia?
Almost heaven.
What? Yeah, but like,
everybody. Yeah, nobody gonna say that. I say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yep, New Year. I mean, I don't know.
That ice sounds delicious.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna just I'm not race baiting you. I'm just trying to come to a consensus that like we are human, so we often
I'm not
flock to
saying that you're
people-
not. I'm not saying that anybody's not human. I'm saying that like with that I believe that for me personally that yeah, I prefer to be like in my isolated community with people I grew up with and that I'm familiar with, and I don't want to have like it's kind of like where I grew up is kind of more like
Outside of
it's kind of where I grew up is a little bit more like low key, and like I'm fine with it being low key. Like I don't want like Cardi B coming and performing a concert there. Or, like I don't want like.
Have you tried like venturing out of your community out of curiosity?
Yeah, I joined the Navy.
Have you ever
I
tried?
mean-
That's not really yeah, that's still going to from one tribe to another tribe. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like have
but,
you tried just like venturing out and experiencing things on your own terms, not among members of your own tribe, but just kind of seeing the world
Well,
a bit.
I'm saying like I appreciate the low keyness of where I live. I like it. It's quiet, and I don't
No
want it
one's
to
talking
change.
about where you live, though. No one's talking about where you live.
Like if black people start moving in there, it's gonna start getting loud. It's gonna start getting loud and rowdy. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, there's a place called Taylor, not too far from me, that we call Taylor Tucky because it's filled with a bunch of white trash, trailer trash, all that. So no, I don't want it to. I'm not because okay, but this is a lose-lose situation where now I'm being accused of racism and not wanting black people there.
I wasn't
So I have
accusing.
to.
Because there's some places I wouldn't want to go, and because if like it's a bunch of black people, I'm black myself, and you're like, yeah, it's a bunch of black people. I'm like, I don't know about that area. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I live around Detroit.
Okay, first of all, you're just
you live around Detroit.
From here, yeah, Metro Detroit area. I won't say specifically what city, but
You're
Metro Detroit area.
Are you from
It's
Lincoln
all
Park?
I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real with you. A bunch of these biases stem from a defense mechanism from certain experiences you guys have been through, and you guys need to get over it.
No, it's not that. It's just certain areas are better.
It is that. It is that. It is that exactly, because if you weren't scared of anything, you wouldn't.
I'm not.
care.
It's not a matter of being scared. I prefer to like where I'm at right now is pretty mixed. There's black people, so other black people in the suburb that I live at right now, but like there's certain areas I just would not. I prefer not to live at. Ghetto
We're
area.
not talking about you living.
Yeah. Okay, so like this guy's from Metro Detroit. So I'm going to give him a few examples. I'm going to use a black and a white one. So like Wyandotte has been kind of turning more into Ecorse, and then like Flat Rock has been turning more into Monroe with like white people on heroin, right? And I kind of want to like not have to deal with either of those things because they like kind of spread out.
So the white trash is the equivalent to the black ghetto group of people. Like it's the equivalent. Like it's just
just poor and black people.
White trash people are black people, but instead of doing crack, they do heroin.
Yeah, it's no difference to me. Like I categorize it as like rowdy people.
Do you know who Nick Fuentes is?
Yes, I do know who Nick Fuentes is.
Do you agree?
I've never watched one of his videos, but I've seen that he accidentally threw a drink at DJ Khaled.
All I know is he has like some really weird like anti-Semitism.
What's his take? He's just Nazi race realist. What is he like?
I know that he was with